Hey everybody, welcome back to Democracy Digest. If you care about immigration, green cards, and how recent changes in U.S. policy might hit you hard, you've come to the right place. Today we re-breaking down 7 of the biggest changes USCIS just rolled out that could fundamentally change how green card applications are reviewed. These aren't rumors. These are real, enforceable policy shifts. So pay attention, because what used to work may no longer fly. Rule number 1. Family-based immigrant petitions. Stronger vetting, harsher penalties. If you've ever filed a green card petition for a spouse, parent, or other family member, this change hits you. USCIS has updated its policy to tighten screening and vetting of family-based immigrant visa petitions. What that means, they're demanding stronger, more verifiable proof of family relationships and marriages. Mistakes, inconsistencies, or missing documentation that might earlier have resulted in a request for more info, RFE, can now more easily lead to outright denials. Some petitions might even be rejected without warning if the evidence doesn't meet the new thresholds of eligibility. So, if you're applying now or planning to, triple-check your proofs. Marriage certificate, joint finances, shared residences, pictures, texts, everything. Don't leave gaps for USCIS to kick back your case. Rule number 2, medical exam form, I-693, validity. It's now tied to your application. Here's a shift that trips up a lot of people. USCIS has changed the rules around the medical examination form, I-693. If your Form I-693 is signed on or after November 1st, 2023, it's no longer indefinitely valid. Now the form is valid only so long as the green card or related immigration application it was submitted with is still pending. If your application is denied, withdrawn, or you file a new benefit request, you'll need a new medical form. Also, a new edition of the I-693 becomes mandatory starting July 3rd, 2025. If you use an older edition after that, you risk having your application rejected for the wrong form version. If you're in the midst of applying, get with your civil surgeon early, make sure you use the current edition, and don't assume the medical exam you did already will cover future filings. Rule number 3. If you're in the process of applying for a green card, this change is crucial. USCIS has updated the rules regarding the medical examination form, I-693. Previously, once submitted, the form remained valid indefinitely. However, under the new policy, the I-693 is now valid only as long as your underlying green card application is pending. If your application is withdrawn, denied, or you submit a new one, you'll need to submit a new medical exam. Additionally, starting July 3rd, 2025, only the latest edition of the I-693 will be accepted. Using an outdated version could result in your application being rejected. It's essential to stay updated with these changes to avoid any delays or complications in your application process. Rule number 4. Overhaul of the Naturalization Civics Test. For those planning to apply for U.S. citizenship, significant changes are on the horizon. USCIS is implementing a revised civics test, set to take effect on October 20th, 2025. Key differences include: the test will consist of 20 questions, up from the previous 10. Applicants must answer at least 12 questions correctly to pass. The pool of questions has expanded to 128, providing a broader range of topics. These changes aim to better assess applicants' knowledge of U.S. history and government. If you're considering applying for naturalization, it's advisable to begin preparing for the new test format well in advance. Rule number 5. EB-5 Investor Program. Sustainment period upheld. If you're an EB-5 investor, here's a critical update. The 2-year sustainment period for your investment remains in effect. A federal district court recently upheld this requirement, meaning your capital must stay at risk for at least 2 years from the date your investment period begins. This rule applies to all EB-5 investments by Post-Reform and Integrity Act. RIA investors. While USCIS plans to publish a Notice of Proposed Rulemaking, NPRM, in November 2025, the current sustainment period guidance stands firm for now. Rule number 6. Social media vetting. Expanded scrutiny. USCIS is intensifying its scrutiny of applicants' online activities. The agency now considers social media accounts and online behavior when evaluating immigration benefits. This includes assessing involvement in anti-American activities or affiliations with groups deemed contrary to U.S. interests. Such findings can negatively impact your application. It's crucial to maintain a professional and neutral online presence, avoiding content that could be interpreted as controversial or opposing U.S. values. Rule number 7. Neighborhood checks for citizenship applicants. In a significant policy shift, USCIS has reinstated neighborhood and workplace interviews for certain U.S. citizenship applicants. This practice, not enforced since the early 1990s, aims to ensure applicants are of good moral character and aligned with U.S. constitutional values. Applicants may now be required to submit recommendation letters from individuals familiar with their character, which will be used to determine the necessity of in-person checks. This move reflects the administration's broader efforts to increase vetting procedures in the legal immigration process. These 7 policy changes represent a substantial shift in how USCIS evaluates green card and citizenship applications. Whether you're applying for a family-based green card, adjusting status, or seeking citizenship, it's essential to stay informed and prepared. Understanding these changes can help you navigate the complex immigration landscape more effectively. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Democracy Digest for more updates on immigration policies and other critical topics. Have questions or need clarification on any of these rules? Drop a comment below, and we'll address them in our next video. Stay informed, stay prepared, and we'll see you in the next one.